Welcome to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, relationships, and mental health. Our co-hosts are Imani Warren and Dr. Delvena Thomas. Now introducing our host, Nicky Says YOLO, Nicky Gelin.
I just love that intro, y'all. I'd be like, Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of MIA Magazine Presents. So, I am your host. I'm Nicky Says You Only Live Once. Hope you had a great day today. And we have two wonderful featured guests to present to you today. So, our first guest, she is the CEO and president of She Holdings, LLC, the one and only Shenetria Moore. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello there.
How's it going?
It's going, keeping it moving.
Looking fab as per usual with your pearls.
Thank you.
So you have a quite exquisite background. I read your background. That's really extensive. So tell us more about who you are and your proudest moments with one of your achievements.
Well, I'm a Georgia peach from Atlanta, Georgia, who came down to sunny South Florida. A native of Georgia, military. I'm a veteran. I love the veterans. I do a lot of things within the veterans community. Graduated from a historically Black university, Clark Atlanta University, part of a wonderful sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. But one of my proudest moments, I think, is when I received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award.
That was last year, right? 2022?
No, that was 2022 for my community outreach and things that I have been doing over the years. And so that was one of the proudest moments I consider a highlight to me.
Okay, well, congrats on that. Did you have to go to DC for that, or was it locally?
It was held locally here. A lot of people flew in from different areas here to Palm Beach. And we actually had it on a ship. It was on a cruise ship. We didn't go out to sea, but we actually was sitting in where the captain's dine, the captain's dinner is. So it was really, really nice.
That's still pretty chic and sexy, South Florida-ish. Okay. So, Shenetria, it is that time of year for the calendar.
Yes.
Tell us about the calendar and the inception and the objective.
So the calendar was formulated in 2014. Actually, it was formulated, Nikki, out of frustration. I was frustrated about all of the negative imagery that I was seeing in the media about Black males. And so I was thinking, what is this doing to the next generation of men? How are they feeling about themselves if they're seeing that their lives, people that look like them, the lives they're not showing any value for the life of a Black man? If I was feeling like that, how do you think another Black man or a young man or a teenager was feeling?
They are, yeah. So you mentioned earlier that the media tends to depict Black men in a negative light. Do you see that it's changing, or is it still the same?
It's so sad, Nikki, because I feel like it's still the same. And I thought by now it would be better. But it's not. To me, in my opinion, it's not better. And so I really am grieved about that, because here we go. I'm 10 years in Palm Beach County, 5 years for Broward and Day. And I feel like I'm still dealing with the same stigma that I was dealing with when I started the publication. But you know what? I'm going to do what I can do to change those imagery and put the things out there, positive images of guys that are right here locally, right in our area. A lot of times I make sure that some of the young guys in the mentoring groups get copies of this publication, because, there may be a Black anesthesiologist and you never knew that you could be an anesthesiologist, so you see someone that looks like you, or a physician or a president of a college or university. So we want to put positive images out there from our local leaders to let them know, if they can be it, you can be it as well. You can do whatever your heart desires. And that's the whole purpose of the calendar.
Yeah, and representation matters. And it's, based on a calendar, it's like GQ. They are dressed to the T with their suits. And look at Dexter right there, the founder of MIA Media Group. So I love the fact that you elevate our Black men from how they dress, how they pose, how they look. You got the ocean view in the back representing South Florida. So big up to that. And you're going to be announcing this year's recipient. So
absolutely. Who is it? Who made the cut? He's like, okay, girl, when you gonna tell me? So Mr. January is attorney Harold Pryor. He's the Broward State Attorney. Mr. February is a gentleman by the name of Grant McGow. He's some type of technology executive. Mr. March is Mayor Wayne Mezum, the mayor of Miramar.
Jamaican born, yes.
Mr. April is Robert L. Stevens. He is from the city of Miami Gardens. Mr. May is Stanley Zamore. He is a local mediator there.
Oh, Stanley!
Mr. June is Chris Norwood. He is with the Hampton Art Lovers. Mr. July is Keenan Ukart. He's with Whiting and Turner Constructions. Mr. August is Stephen Hunter, attorney Stephen Hunter. Mr. September is Robert McKenzie, Broward County Commissioner. Mr. October is Terrence Mack. He's a Florida IT executive. Mr. November is Harry Harrell. He's the one of the co-owners of Tom Jenkins Restaurant.
Okay.
Mr. December is Rashad D. Thomas, AT&T Regional Director.
Woo! Yes. Big up. Representation. Yes.
Yes.
Congratulations to all the recipients.
So we just got a diverse group. You know, we have attorneys, we have community leaders, we have good fathers, good husbands that are all going to be representing the whole population of the Black male. We're so diverse. So I'm excited about it.
And that's the Tri-County within South Florida?
Yes. Well, we have one for Palm Beach. I have a Palm Beach County edition. So then there's Broward and Dade combined. And we're having one reception on February the 3rd at the Boca West Country Club. Ooh. We're having a combined reception because it's 5 years. It's our 5th year anniversary for Broward and Dade and our 10th year anniversary for Palm Beach County. So we're going to be having a good time. We partying, girl.
Yeah, and that's in February next year.
February 3rd, girl. Next year is here almost pretty much.
It's literally here.
Yeah, literally.
So how can we find more details and get more info on the
She Holdings with an SLLC.com is the website. Go on there. You can click for tickets and sponsorships. We're definitely looking for more community sponsors to sponsor these types of events. We're going to have the, as you said, the Tri-County area in one room, Palm Beach, Broward, and Dade. It's going to be a wonderful celebration, and we're looking forward to it. Saturday, February the 3rd. Make sure you get your tickets. We always sell out. We always have a great time, and we're just going to have some fun with our men.
I love it. I have to be there.
Yes, you do.
Right. Well, super excited. I'm so happy what you're doing for our Black men. It's not what the media portrays. There's so many just wonderful Black men out there killing it, as far as their careers, being a family man. And if they don't have kids, they're still killing it with their mom, their dads, their cousins, and their uncles and aunts. So thank you for showing that light. Thank you for showing that positive light for our Black men. And we'll see you next year. Super excited. And again, congratulations to all the recipients for this year's calendar.
Thank you.
Shenetria, thank you so much. Gorgeous as ever. And I'll see you in a couple of months.
Absolutely.
And y'all, it is time for our first commercial break. But first, I got to tease up. There is a free 99 Gospel Fest happening at the Adrian Arch Center. So I'll be speaking to Jenni Person in a couple of seconds. So keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Miami-Dade Transit's Better Bus Network is shifting into gear. This community-led effort creates better access and an improved rider experience with less wait times and more reliable service. The new network provides more frequent and faster trips to more parts of the county, increasing transit access to jobs, education, healthcare, and quality of life. Learn about the new routes and new connections by visiting miamidade.gov/betterbus.
I grew up down here in South Florida, so for me, it's a little bit more personal.
For the Mesman and Dover Law Firm, it's about community.
For us, South Florida's our home. You all are our people.
Our family, our future.
The difference we'll make for you, your loved ones, your kids, matters. Because to us, it's personal.
If you need us, call us 24/7 at 866-954-MORE.
That's 866-954-6673. The Mesman and Dover Law Firm, youraccidentattorneys.com.
Time to find a health plan that can keep up with your life. A plan that makes getting care convenient, with doctors around the corner.
I can get used to that.
Plus, 24/7 access to care. Plans that keep more money in your pocket, with plan payments as low as $0.
$0. Looks good to me.
Let's find your health solution. Click to speak to a dedicated Florida Blue agent today.
All right. So, hey, Jenni Person. So, just gospel music in general, it helps calms my energy, and it helps me to manifest at the same time. So we're here to talk about the 15th anniversary celebration. It's music from the bottom, paying homage to gospel music in a sense. So again, you are the community engagement director for the Adrian Arch Center. So Jenni Person, welcome to MIA Soul. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for having me.
I love your red glasses. I love there's something about red frames that just brings everything out. So anywho, let's get right into it. So again, we're celebrating 15 years. So
Yes.
why the inception of this, and how did this start to begin with? It's 15 years in the making.
Right. 15 years of Free Gospel Sundays at the Arch Center. The mission of the Arch Center is really to reflect the entire community on our stages and also engage and reach out to the entire community from corner to corner to corner to corner of the county. We like to make sure that we have programs that represent the entire community. So gospel music is a really important genre, especially for Black culture and Black history. And so in order to reflect that community on our stages, we decided let's celebrate gospel music and all that it's given our world. Right? So much other music has come out of gospel music. I mean, gospel comes from so many places. It comes from Africa, it comes from, and then, here on our soil, it comes from spirituals and, that era into freedom and gospel music that it is. And then it informed all these other genres of music that have become popular in the United States. And around the world as a result. So the Arch Center decided that featuring gospel music was a really important way to honor the Black community and to honor this genre here on our stages. And I say on our stages and the whole community, because we do some offsite programming.
So it's not only at the Arch Center, but it's also offsite as well.
Right. So
Okay.
First of all, it is definitely was originally created at the Arch Center. And so we have a show actually today at 5:00 featuring the 5 Blind Boys of Alabama. So there's still room there. So everyone should come out and check that out, because that's a really important ensemble in the history of gospel music and the tradition of gospel music. I personally discovered them myself when I was a kid and fell absolutely in love with what could happen with those voices and that music. That was probably my introduction to gospel as a kid. Anyway, so that's a really exciting show that's coming up immediately today.
Right in time for the holidays.
Right. And, that's true. It actually is a Christmas show. So if anybody out there is looking for a way to honor the holidays through gospel, this is the way to do it. This is absolutely the way to do it. And I would say, you know, bring your whole family, bring your community, bring everybody you know, and let's all celebrate the holidays together.
This is actually happening at the Arts Center. Now you're going to talk about the Little Haiti Cultural Center. So what's happening
I
there?
was talking about the Little Haiti Culture Center in April, before I get to the 15th anniversary show, which is in February. So maybe I should go in order. So first, let me talk about the 15th anniversary show. So that's coming up in February during Black History Month, on February 25th. And it's called Music from the Bottom because it's all about how music is being made and radiating out to the world from here, from the bottom of the country, from the bottom of the state, from Miami. So we have in Miami, we have some pretty significant gospel artists who have toured the world, you know, internationally, but they're based here in Miami. So we'll be featuring some of them. They're coming together and putting together a show that sort of honors and celebrates the 15-year tradition of gospel here in Miami and everything that's come out of it. So the artists who will be part of that are Dwight Moment and Symphony, Johnny Sanders and Company, Corey Edwards and the Florida Fellowship Choir, Reverend Melvin Dawson and the Genesis Fellowship Delegation, and more. There's more than that I'm not even supposed to be announcing yet. So, so more special guests. More special guests are coming as well. And so that's in February. And that's celebrating this 15th anniversary, which is pretty extraordinary that we've been celebrating gospel right here in Miami for 15 years, here at the Arts Center, because we are meant to be the home for the arts for the entire community. So we do need to represent the entire community in the process of being.
Yeah. I could just like imagine right now, it's probably like a fusion of different like beats, like Afro, Caribbean, American. I'm just saying, because South Florida is a melting pot. So when it's gospel music in South Florida, I can just imagine like the different sounds that comes out of that.
Right. So that'll be really evident in our February show. That is all of the Miami-based artists performing and celebrating our 15 years. And it'll just be really festive and fun. And so everybody should definitely come out for that.
So how can we find more details? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to tell you about April, because I had started talking about it earlier. So April is a really cool project at the Little Haiti Cultural Center called Gospel Fest. And we're putting together a community choir of sort of like the voices from choirs, church choirs all over the county. So it's like the voice, right? So it's like the voice of Miami, because it's like all of these different voices from all of these different churches all over singing together in one gospel choir. And there will be a headlining artist who we're still working on, who, you know, conducting that choir and singing with them, and they'll be singing that person's songs and stuff like that.
So they'll be like, I guess, traveling or touring throughout the Tri-County. Okay.
No. The person who's coming in like as the sort of like leading choir director will be someone who's touring, but everyone else is coming from there. It's only going to be at the Little Haiti Cultural Center. So instead of having free gospel Sundays at the Arch that day, we're taking it out on the road. And I like that. We're taking it out into the community, and hopefully, you know, having the community all come together around that.
Yes. We're pulling from the county into the Little Haiti Cultural Center. I
really wanted to partner with the community in the community.
Yeah, makes sense. So how can we find more details about the Free Gospel Fest?
arshcenter.org, and it's ARSHTCENTER.org. I want to spell Arsht again because a lot of people like accidentally put other letters in there. So I just want to say, oh, it's on my name. It's on my name.
Okay, yeah. Arch Center is right there, yeah, underneath your yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all good. Yeah. Well, Jenni, thank you so much. Super excited. I have to like come out and support. Like I do love gospel music because it brings this whole sense of vibe and spirituality and energy into your being. So, you know, big shout out to the Arch Center for having this to begin with and for recognizing gospel music within a Tri-County and just different ethnicities, the Afro community, Caribbean community. So thanks again. And we'll see you Sunday, and we'll see you next year. Because
Yes.
again, it continues. It's Gospel Sundays.
Yes.
Jenni,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
again, and we'll see
Thank
you soon.
you. Yeah, I
Thank
hope to see you.
And y'all, now on to our next commercial break, but I gotta tease it up to my co-host. So after this break is my arts and connoisseur expert, Imani Latifa, and our brain love. She talks about mental health awareness, Dr. Delvena. So keep it locked. We'll be right back.
Miami-Dade Transit's Better Bus Network is shifting into gear. This community-led effort creates better access and an improved rider experience with less wait times and more reliable service. The new network provides more frequent and faster trips to more parts of the county, increasing transit access to jobs, education, healthcare, and quality of life. Learn about the new routes and new connections by visiting miamidade.gov/betterbus.
It's time to find a health plan that can keep up with your life. A plan that makes getting care convenient, with doctors around the corner.
I can get used to that.
Plus, 24/7 access to care. Plans that keep more money in your pocket, with plan payments as low as $0.
$0. Looks good to me.
Let's find your health solution. Click to speak to a dedicated Florida Blue agent today.
Peace and beautiful blessings, my MIA fam. I miss you guys so much. This is an episode dedicated to Prince. Yes, that is me in Minneapolis doing my thing. My first stop was to visit the George Floyd Memorial. It's very important that we not forget these traumatic things that happen to us, but we learn how to honor it and embrace the honor of, some of these things that happen to us in American society. But it was a lot of beautiful art over there. It was a beautiful memorial dedication to George Floyd. And there I am standing there within the neighborhood. They say it used to be really crazy, but it was very safe feeling. Wanted to patronize Black businesses because that's really important. So just taking a trip around the neighborhood. So that was part one. My next stop, guys, was going to the Capitol. And what's so crazy is that ran into a whole protest at the Capitol. Yes, people exercising their good old American rights to protest, for their belief system. And so I always think it's fascinating to capture history, and Minneapolis be popping live. So the geek in me went to this other museum where there were like old school cell phones and TVs and all kinds of stuff from the 1950s and 40s. I mean, some of this stuff, y'all, was in y'all grandmama basement. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Remember these from back in the day? These are I'm fascinated by technology, and being a media and history geek, I love seeing things like that. But my ultimate was going to see Paisley Park. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Guys, this was so dope. Of course, they do not let you film. You can only film after the tour. They take your phone and lock it up. But what a do for Prince. I feel like I am transitioned after experiencing going to Paisley Park. You have to fly to Minneapolis, do St. Paul, support Black businesses, and go to Paisley Park. It was a little bit pricey, but it was worth it. Check it out. Peace and blessings.
Oh, wow. That's so beautiful. I know, Dr. Delvena, we're going up next, but I wanted to say that, maybe I'm aging myself, but I had a flip phone. You know what I'm saying? And being a little child in Jamaica, we had a black and white TV screen with only 2 dials that we had to flip. So Imani, I'm in that segmentation. And my gosh, and the Prince at Paisley Park, I want to go. It just looks so beautiful and reminiscent of who he is. So I have to make it a mission to make it up there. So Dr. Delvena, brain love, how you doing today?
Hey, Nikki, are you ready to take the couch?
I am always ready for you.
Awesome. So, yeah, I was jamming to that Prince and I added that to my bucket list. And to Miss Moore, my soror, I was giving you that. So, yes, I didn't realize she's a Delta. Listen, Nikki, we're going into the new year. Things are going to get a little stressful. It's the last quarter of 2023, and we have the holidays coming up. So, I want to talk to you guys about box breathing because sometimes things get so stressful in the moment you don't know what to do. You don't want to grab alcohol, you don't want to grab any type of substance. You need to use therapeutic breathing, AKA box breathing, to help get you through it. And the way you do it, it's called box breathing because you're supposed to visualize a box, so a square, four equal sides. And you take the time to breathe an equal amount of time, four times to create a cycle like it's a square. And you're visualizing a square as you're doing this. So for me, I use 4 seconds. I inhale through my nose for 4 seconds. I hold it for 4 seconds. I exhale out of my mouth for 4 seconds, and then I hold it for 4 seconds. So that is called box breathing. That was a lot in one breath. That is called box breathing, and we should all do it when we get stressed, when we're overwhelmed, when we are fearful, when we're in traffic. You can use it. It's easy. It doesn't cost anything. There's no medication or prescriptions involved. You just focus on your breathing, focus on what's happening to you in the now, which is your breath, your breathing, and let everything else go. Let it fall by the wayside. You'll need this in the department stores when you're out shopping for gifts and toys and all these things, if that's what you do during the holidays. I'll have more for you guys later. Say brain
All
love,
right.
Nikki.
Brain love. Good seeing you. Mwah. And y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to MIA. So we'll see you soon on the next episode.